Hello and welcome back to the Hornby magazine workshop for our latest video featuring the new Locoman Sounds sound profile for the Thompson A2 and A23462s from Hornby. We've installed two of the Doehler Haass sound decoders, which have been preloaded with Locoman Sounds' new sound profile for these Pacifics, into these two Hornby locomotives on the layout today. 60505 Thane of Fife is an A22, and that features in the latest issue of Hornby magazine in our digital sound guide. In there you can read a full step-by-step guide showing the process of installing sound into this locomotive. In addition, for Hornby magazine and Key Model World subscribers, you can watch a video installation guide showing how it's done on camera with A23 60512 steady aim, which is the second locomotive shown here. Locoman Sounds has generated 4 different versions of this sound profile for the Thompson A2s. Now they cover early and late locomotives, as well as both the A22 and A23 subclasses. The sound profiles designed for the early locomotives have got a sharp staccato exhaust beat, as it sounded like a locomotive being well maintained, whereas those for later period engines sound much more work-worn and weary. They've got a slightly more syncopated beat to the exhaust as well, and there's a few other changes too. Within the sound profiles, Locoman Sound has also made differences with each locomotive sound profile in the details as well. So things like different playable whistles, different beat accentuation between the A22 and the A23 locomotives, sort of changes to the injector sounds, how the firebox door sound is made as well. So lots of different details between these locomotive sound profiles. Highlights of the sound decoder profiles include active brakes on function 4. There's also live volume control with functions 18 and 19, which means you can turn the volume up and down on these locomotives on the track without having to resort to CV programming. In this sound demonstration video, we're going to showcase the operation of these locomotives both static here on our test track, as well as running at the head of suitable trains. Now paired 60512 steady aim, which has got an early period good condition locomotive sound decoder in it with a rake of Mark I carriages, while 60505, which is our late crest locomotive, that's got a worn locomotive sound file in it. It's at the head of a nice long van train. Those will show off the difference between the two sound decoders, and you will hear quite a significant difference between the exhaust beat between the two locomotives. So now we're going to run through the sound functions for the Locoman Sounds A22 and A23. Now whilst there are detailed differences between each of the 4 different types of sound decoder available for these locomotives from Locoman, there are similarities as well, so the order of the sounds is the same throughout. However, details of how those sounds will actually sound with different types of decoder will change. So between the early and late period locomotives, and also between the A22 and A23 type decoders. Within that, there are different accentuations of the exhaust beat, different whistle sounds, different injector sounds, different tender hatch sounds, different brake squeal, and a different order of most of the secondary sounds within those profiles as well. So if your locomotive has lights fitted, if you may have added working lights to your locomotive, that can be operated with function 0. Function 1 turns the sound on. Function 2 is a playable whistle of variable length. Function 3 is a short whistle. Function 4 is the active brake sound, which also actually applies the brake as well, so you get a brake sound when you press it. It also actually physically slows the locomotive down as well. Function 5 opens the drain cocks. Function 6 is a fancy whistle. Function 7 is a dual function, so when the locomotive is stationary, it will play a guard whistle sound. And if the locomotive is moving, it will play a flange squeal sound. Function 8 provides buffer clashing and clanking, but only when the locomotive is moving. Function 9 is a forced coasting sound, so it takes the locomotive from an open regulator exhaust beat to coasting. Function 10 is coal shoveling, and that's also linked to the option to add a working firebox flicker as well. Another note here as well is that Locoman Sound has also said that there are actually different firebox door opening sounds on the different chips as well. So real detailed stuff. Function 11 is the injector. Function 12 will only play when the locomotive is stationary, and that gives you a door closing sound. Function 13 is a coupling sound. Function 14 is the blower sound. Function 15 provides safety valve sound. Function 16 provides a water fill sound, again when the locomotive is stationary. And that the sound profile from function 16 can be extended. If you leave it switched on for longer, you'll get a longer water fill. Function 17 is a shunting mode with automatic coasting. Function 18 and 19 are the live volume control, so function 18 turns the volume up and function 19 turns the volume down. Function 20 allows for addition of a smoke generator. Function 21 turns the momentum off. Function 22 turns the brake squeal off. Function 23 fades the sounds. Brings them back again when you turn it off. Function 24 provides a heavy exhaust. And that brings us to the end of the list. Next we can get 60512 coupled up to a train and start showing off their characteristics out on the road. We hope you've enjoyed this latest video from the Hornby magazine workshop demonstrating the new Locoman Sounds sound profile for the A22 and A23462s. We've been really impressed with the results and enjoyed installing both sound decoders in these locomotives. Now, as I said, issue 168 that features a full step-by-step guide for the installation process for the A22, while you can watch a full video if you're a Hornby magazine or Key Model World subscriber on our website showing how we did it with the A23 as well. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.